everybody, welcome into this week's episode of Dungeons and Cuties, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass content creators and best friends play this game and get Yori lost with Loxodon in a small sea shanty side trying to buy a ship. Woohoo!
Yeah. Woohoo.
Hell yeah.
I am your storyteller and dungeon mistress, Void Doll. It's a pleasure to have all of these players here, and it's a pleasure to have you all in the audience. Don't forget...
Dungeons and
Cuties.
I like that really deep, like, Dungeons and Cuties. Whoops. Where would you like to start this session? Are we at the seaside shanty, watching Yori's escapades? Or do we return to the bedroom where Tarloa was fighting with the ancient book from Harna, and Kurdan was recognized by Malia?
Tarloa.
Yori.
My vote's Yori.
Tarloa.
Yeah.
The less they
Yori.
have time to prepare, the better it gets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yori.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Yori.
I'm still a
I
cat
votes
for a
with the
good
blue
hour and a
cat.
half.
Yeah, blue cat, blue cat.
Yori. It is a gentle feeling inside the dilapidated shanty, which is surprising. From what you remember, these sisters are rough and tumble, hardened by years on the sea, and even longer being mercenaries. For anyone who doesn't know, the Loxodon are elephant people. And Yori once dated Tia, only to have broken her heart right before the kiss. And like a fleeting summer storm, he slipped from her fingers. The other sister, Tala, also friends with Yori, knowing him from his pirate days. Both women know him by his nickname, what was it, the Shipwrecker? Or Captain Moist? I don't know.
Oh god.
We gotta get all these in our notes so we can just pluck them from
I know it's somewhere in the notes. I know
think
it is.
we wrote it down. I remember writing something.
The goldfish showboat. Oh no, that's only the old title. But yeah, no.
The
Dang it.
Goldfish Showboat. Hell yeah. Alright, well, Goldfish Showboat. Tia has set you on the counter with a bowl of warm milk, and she is humming to herself as she prepares an afternoon meal. I would like you to roll a perception, please.
New dice, by the way, a little heated right now. I got a 19 plus 7, so that is a 26.
Okay. Some curious things to note. And chief among them, an incredibly old treasure chest. The rosewood is decorated with gold leafing on the edges where the wood would form the top like seal. It's all golden on the top lid and the lip. There's a massive, intricate lock. It doesn't look like the lock has been opened. The lock itself is leaves. It almost resembles, when you look at it, Yori, glancing at a summer canopy, when the leaves are flicking in the wind and entangling, two trees reaching for each other from a short distance. You think, whether on purpose or errantly, that Candy might be able to open this. But that's not what really draws you to this chest in particular. It's the items around it. An old pack. Leather, well used, taken care of, all black. And a symbol there. a symbol that makes your stomach do this flip. And you can't help but make a very, very faint noise, which draws Tia's attention. And she says, "What is it, kitty?" And gives you a soft stroke. Her hand is a massive, like, paw. Like, it's just thick and powerful, calloused and rough, but her touch is gentle. When she gives you scritches under your ear and your chin, and then you see underneath her loose pirate shirt, because it's all kind of like V'd open, several bangles, new scars, new tattoos. It's been quite some time since you've seen her. One of the tattoo symbols on her arm, with that perception, it's actually smeared ink, but it matches a symbol on the leather pack. And just the way the leather pack is set, like aside from everything else in this little main room, with that rosewood chest that is of medium size, is curious. Make a history check, please, or religion.
All right, we got a 10.
All right, a 10? You have no idea, but the symbol itself kind of looks like a heart. And it reminds you of your party. Because it's cute. But there's an edge to it. The loops that form the two swells of either side of the heart actually are sharp at the end. They don't actually ever touch. They get very, very close, and they drop down to look almost like a dagger's point. Like a twin blade. You've seen those blades used by some pirates along with a cutlass. It is a swordbreaker blade. Very, very thin space in between, meant to capture cutlasses and break them with a turn. That's what it reminds you of. After petting you, Tia moves aside to continue preparing her fish. What do you want to do, Yori?
Based on what's around me and how, so I know this is Tia now. I assume based off the tattoos and stuff, or am I still confused? Because I know I was left not knowing if it was Tia or Tala that got me, because Bangu never got the name.
Since they are identical Loxodon, it's hard to say, but you're pretty sure this is Tia. Like 80%.
Okay. Oh God. You're always probably gonna do a dumb thing. I don't want to keep kind of being sneaky and suspicious. Although Yori would want to in most dangerous situations. He doesn't think this is a life or death situation. Just more of a aggressive. So I'm going to quietly get into the seat and convert back, or shapeshift back into myself, and just stare and wait. As if like, I don't know what to say yet. I'm just stuck in the moment.
All right, let me make a roll. So you're just you sitting on the counter?
Yeah, I kind of got my hair swabbed back. I'm looking sexy, but I'm not trying to like. I'm not coming in out of the gate like, Tia, hey baby. You know, I'm like, Because from what I saw in the pack and the tattoo that, you know, it brought me back to that time, the group, that's kind of what knocked me out of my shapeshift. I'm just pawning it.
Okay.
Or pondering it, sorry.
The Loxodon turns around. And the look on her face falls as she eyes you. Well, Well, well. And she puts a
Ugh.
hand on her hip. Double cheeked up on a star day afternoon, sitting on my counter. Kind of dangerous place for you, isn't it, Mr. Swashbuckle? There is unfiltered rage in her words, just seeping into the room, filling it like a despicable gas. And she's approaching you, and in her hand is a fork.
Whoa, 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 Tia, baby. Is this? Let's talk about this real quick, okay?
She very carefully lifts the fork. There's about 5 feet of space between the two of you. Tia, baby. Oh.
Sorry. It slipped. It slipped. I apologize.
Old habits die hard, shipwrecker.
Yeah, that was my name back then.
You have 1 second. Why are you here? Or I'm gonna stab you where it counts with this fork.
Okay. Seeing as I don't have much room to talk right now.
1! And she goes to stab you. What's your armor class?
Okay. 20.
Okay, so she misses. You're able to dance away, but it is buried in the countertop. And she's like, "You!" And she goes to grab another one. What do you do?
Oh God. I try. Yori's gonna. I'm gonna try to talk to her again. Tia. Whoa, hey. Look, I'm here on a quest.
You
I'm not
abandoned
trying
me!
To sway you.
You lied to me! She throws a fork.
Oh, I dodge. Hopefully.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's a crit 20. That's a
Okay,
crit.
it hits the door frame. There was more than one woman? And she grabs, this time, a spoon. You use that face of yours, and I'm gonna scar it up. No more women deserve to be left to the wayside because of you!
Look.
She lunges.
Tia, there was never another woman during our time, I promise.
Make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh God. That's a 12.
Okay. You lucky duck. She like stumbles, and you manage to go up and over the trunk, the top of her flat head and her wide ears, and then down her back. And you're like, come on! But because she stumbled, you have a second to talk.
Is she like stumbling like she's gonna fall over?
Yeah, she's already falled. She's already like fallen into one of
I
her,
wanted
like,
to catch her.
her old chairs. You can't.
Okay.
Too busy trying to save yourself. But you can roll a persuasion with the next line of words you use, Cody.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
chat, thank you for the hype train. At level 3, I'll give Yori a bonus to not die.
Tia, look, I'm here on a quest. It's a serious one. It's a life or death situation for me and my crew. It's something we need to get done because someone very dear to us is in danger. And I was sworn to protect her. And it is not a relationship thing. It is nothing like that. It is a very close friend. And I know you hate me. I know you're disgusted just to see me. I promise you, I never wanted what we had to end the way it did. I just was foolish when I was younger. Can we sit down and talk? Without the stabbing, the killing, the blood rage you're feeling. I just want to talk.
Okay, would you roll in your persuasion?
7. Ooh, I got a plus 1. So 17 plus 1, 18.
Okay. She's got her cutlass in her hand now when she straightens up from where she's fallen into the chair. but her shoulders that were like tense and bunched up, or her trunk that was curled, ready to strike, like slap you with it. She sighs, and there's that satisfying click as she sheaths the blade. Says, "Fine, we'll talk. Your friend,
Thank you.
you deserve to get stabbed with a fork for what you've done. I hope you understand that, and I hope you've changed your ways, Yori."
I'm still a man of beauty.
Of
But-
beauty? She squints.
I'm being honest with you, Tia, okay? You want to know, I'm not going to lie. Yes, I'm still flaunting my
A Rizzler.
appearance.
Still a Rizzler. Get it.
I'm still a Rizzler, yes, but I promise you, I'm not out hurting or trying to break women's hearts. I come across this way right out of the gate, and if it's what they want, they get it. I've not found anyone that I feel I can settle with, and that's the honest truth. And I'm not going to diminish, a woman's value by dragging her about and lying to her. So yes, this is who I am still.
She is looking at you with a deadpan gaze. Clearly, you're not here to apologize, because that was shit. What do you want?
You're right. I'm terrible at apologizing, and
What do you want, Yori?
okay. Oh, sorry, Tia. Sorry.
And she goes over to the fish and, like, she's aggressively, like, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk with her cutlass as she's finishing preparing it.
I'm trying to find a ship for my crew and I
Your friend.
to go on a journey to save our friend in the end, yes, and to help many people along the way. This port, everyone, they're in danger if certain things are to happen that could, not be prevented by us. So I can't go into detail unless you want to have a very, very long talk with me, and it seems you don't really want to talk with me much right now, but that's why I'm here.
Fine. You need a ship. How big? And how much are you willing to pay? Because if you think I'm giving you a discount because your stupid face is still handsome, you're wrong.
Hey, you still called me handsome, Tia.
Shut up. But the tops of her ears and the bottoms of the flaps of the ear are blushing.
Yori strokes his hair back and gives her kind of that look like, have I aged? Be honest.
It's not a matter of if you aged or not, Yori. It's a matter of if you've matured or not.
Yeah, that's
So the turtle, he was with you.
not much.
You were the cat. And then-
Yes.
You know what? She opens the door. Is he somewhere out here? Hey! You goddamn ravioli turtle, where are you? And she's like out on the dock looking.
He's long gone. Bongu is a dear friend of ours. He's a very, very, very good turtle. I mean it. He's stable in life. Nothing like me. Not crazy wild. He's a good.
How
good
big a ship
turtle.
do you need, Yori?
Big enough for, I don't know, there's 6 of us and then plus some, so at least 10 or 12 to handle some animals and a little bit of room to relax.
How much gold are you putting on the table?
Yori's willing to front most of what he has, if he has to. I have 378, so I'm gonna put 360 down on the table.
360 gold?
Yeah.
She looks at the gold and then up at you. This might buy you passage on a ship, but it's not going to actually purchase a ship.
Well, I understand. This is why I came to you, Tia, and I knew there would be some hostility at first, but and you're gonna love me saying this, and I mean it. I need you.
Her jaw clicks. I'm gonna love you. Saying that. Hold on. Did I hear you right? And she turns to look at you, and she's like a whole head and shoulders taller. You need me?
Yes, Tia, I need you. You heard me right.
And then she starts to laugh. You think I'm an idiot girl who's gonna fall for that shit again? You're wrong. But I'll take your money. I'll find you a ship. Is that it?
Well, I wanted to reach a hand out and see if you'd like to join us.
No. I think I would
Have you-
rather spoon out my own ass.
So have you put the pirating life behind you then?
Yori,
Is this what you do?
I would not come within a trunk's length of you.
Hmm.
And she just makes a motion at you.
Yori is a little hurt. Tia was probably one of the closest things to a relationship that he had at the time, or will ever in his life. So he feels the sting. He's not as flamboyant and out there and like wah wah, you know. He's definitely quieted down a little bit from that.
Okay. Let's see. Let me have her roll an insight. She got a 16. Can she tell?
And I just say like, I understand, Tia. Thank you for at least trying to find a ship for us. I do appreciate it.
Can she tell how sad he is with her 16? Can she kind of pick up on it? That it's real?
Yeah. I was gonna say a 14 because it's evident pretty somewhat easily on Yori's face if you've known him.
She just lets out a big sigh. Fine. Don't look so sad. It's better when you're smiling.
Are you sure?
Yes, your dumb face is still my weakness.
Yori turns around and he's like, yes, yeah. It's gonna be great.
I'm not saying I'm going, but I'll have a look around. Do you have at least 500 gold? I'll have an easier time shopping that way.
I'm sure we can easily scrap that up. Maybe even a little more. I have a dear friend who's quite feisty. I don't know if you've heard of a little cat-like creature called Candy running about.
Tabaxi?
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of like cheetah leopard print?
Oh, that'd be her.
Oh, yeah. Iron Circle came to me. So she's your friend. She the one you trying to protect?
Her and another, and of course my crew, but originally, yes, those Candy and the other were who I was protecting, and one is already currently and the in-between.
She raises one brow over her beady elephant eye. Alright. Well, good thing I didn't tell them shit. Those bastards. Smarmy assholes.
Yeah, and that's partly why I'm coming to you for a ship, because as much as I'd enjoy killing a lot of them, it brings a whole lot of eyes to this port, and I don't want anyone else getting injured.
Oh yeah, you'll be arrested so fast. I heard a rumor recently.
What's that?
Captain Swan. She's looking for you. It wouldn't be because of any Rizzling, would it?
Captain Swan. I know the name, but to be honest with you, I am not quite sure why she would be after me. I do not think I've rizzed any swan of late, so I don't know.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me with you. Keep a lookout. She was in dock a few days ago. I think her ship's already cast off, but she just lifts a shoulder casually. Who knows?
Okay. Well, thank you for that advice. And out of character, does she give me a slight description of the ship so I can be aware of what I'm looking out for?
If you ask her, she can give you the name.
Okay. Do you by chance know the name of the ship or anything that could kind of tell it apart from others?
Oh yeah, the penny board.
The pennyboard, okay. I've heard of it, so I will keep an eye on it.
Kind of a sleek thing. Pretty narrow, fast. Doesn't have a lot of firepower, but it's really hard to outrun.
I see, hence the name the Swan.
So, I hear that she's hired a wizard. And any magician on the open seas is fucking trouble. Especially one that can summon lightning. That's what the rumors say anyway. Just watch your back, Yori. Your, cheerful, wonderful, handsome personality has offended a lot of people.
Well, I'm sure we'll be very safe with your insight on a very sturdy ship and having you watching my back out there on the seas, right?
Like I said, no promises.
Okay, it was worth another try.
Ugh, she just rolls her eyes, but she's smiling. Do you want some lunch?
I would love some lunch. When I turned into a cat, my stomach shrunk and I'm quite hungry.
All right. Come here, you dummy.
I'll accept it. And I sit down.
Okay, she pours you some wine and gives you a dry biscuit with some butter. And, finishes preparing lunch with you. And it's not necessarily like catching up. She does talk about her and her sister a little. Her and Tala have spent the last couple of years here in Trademark, just running the shanty and helping the dockmaster. Either as like muscle or secretaries, treasurers even. Yeah.
Okay, does Tala ever show up and kind of have like a little conversation, like a sit down with her as well?
Towards the end, when you're just about ready to leave, Tala does show up, and in her hand is a depiction of that symbol. She's actually quite delighted to see you.
Ah,
She says, Yori. And then she looks at her sister. You're still alive.
Tala, it's wonderful to see you again. Yes, I'm still here. I'm still around, and although it started a little rough, as you may know, I'm caught up with Tia a little bit.
She's just glancing between you and her sister gives a nod. Well, good to see that you two are finally settled on old hurts.
Yeah, we're getting there. I don't think we've quite settled, and I'm sure Tia agrees, but This is definitely a good start. I've quite honestly missed talking to the both of you.
Tala is more than happy to conversate and get some lunch of her own. And then after Tia catches her up on everything that you shared with Tia, the conversation changes. And Tala says, "Sister, I wasn't able to find anyone who knew what the symbol was. I think we might have to actually hire someone from the Emerald Tower to identify." And Tia just grumbles, "Shit, I hate wizards. Always obsessed with knowledge and power. They don't know how to leave well enough alone."
Um, is this something Yori thinks that he can possibly get Kurdan to look at? If they allow him?
I don't think you've met Kurdan yet. You mean Círdan?
Oh, Círdan. Sorry. Yeah, I got it mixed up.
Yes, you could. You don't know. You don't know if Círdan would do it for free for these Loxodon twins, but he might do it for you.
Do you ladies mind if I copy this image down and take it to a powerful wizard friend of mine? Maybe he can look into it. I can maybe persuade him to do it for free.
Tala chuckles. "You had me at free. Here you go." And she just hands you the leather, like, roll. It's what you thought was a depiction is, like, branded into the leather. Like, this is a different pack that's been eaten away, or a tabard that someone wore. Maybe even a leather jerkin.
Okay.
And then Tala says, "It washed up on a dinghy." More like a rowboat. A little bit larger than a dinghy, actually. There was nothing. No evidence of life. Just that chest that we can't get open. The pack and... Well, I mean, there was a couple spell scrolls, but we already sold those off.
Interesting. It's like someone definitely tried to get away and got swooped up.
Or they accidentally fell in the ocean and a shark ate them.
This is true. Sharks, nasty beasts in the water. That's and I kind of rub the shark tooth earring on my ear. I'm like, takes me back to a bad memory. And then Yori kind of stands up and he goes, "Well, there's something I can do to try to redeem myself in some way, aside from finally having a decent conversation with both of you. I will try to get this symbol looked into, and next time we meet with the ship, hopefully, I can fill you in on a little bit of it."
Tia leans back in her stool and says, "Yeah, come back again tonight.
Ooh.
Actually, where are you staying? Maybe we'll come to you."
Tonight, you say?
"Shut up, Yori." But she's blushing. And Tala's kind of chuckling. "So where are you staying? What inn?"
Oh god, I'm trying to find it. I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden.
Swaggering Magus.
Ah, that's right. Okay, yeah. I'm staying at the Swaggering Magus. Assume you've heard of it.
The two of them look at each other. The one run by the weird wizard.
Yep, then that might be who I'm going to see.
Oh, well. And Tala shrugs. He's a wizard. And they'd kind of have a little back and forth in Loxodon. And then Tia's like, "All right, fine. Maybe we'll meet you there in a couple hours. Well, we better get started. And the two of them stand.
That would be wonderful. I stand up too, and you potentially meet the crew that I'm with as well, and who knows, maybe that might change your mind if you're still thinking about tagging along, Tia.
Tala gives her a side glance, and Tia punches her in the shoulder gently, like, shut up. I didn't say I would, but I'll think about it. And then she grumbles and begins to stomp off on the dock and is like, hurry up, lock the door. But she's bright red. And then as Tala's locking up, she leans over to you, Yori, and says, you know, she's never stopped liking you.
I could tell, or I'd be dead by now.
True. She sat on people for less.
And I believe that too. Honestly, I think I've seen it once.
It's good to
Poor
have you
guy.
around again, Yori. And she pats your shoulder, finishes locking up.
You too, Tala. And I give her kind of like a single but somewhat gentle, just one pat on the back, and I guess Yori kind of just gives him a nice little wave, and I'll just make my way back to the inn to see if I can get this symbol looked at, since that's my main goal right now, to kind of get everything, and to try to meet up with Candy eventually for gold.
Okie dokie. It's right here. We take our first quick pee-pee break. Don't go anywhere. We're only going pee-pee. We're back. Hello.
Hello.
All right. We are returned to the Swaggering Magus and the secret chambers that are Master Círdan's living quarters. Malia has just said to you, Círdan, what the hell are you doing here?
Círdan is gonna see her and go, Malia! And run over, sprint over, and like pick her up and hug her and like swing her around.
The first thing that everyone else notices, their skin tone is almost a perfect match. The second thing that everyone notices, I need you to roll a perception for.
Does Yori need to as well?
No, you're not there. Wait,
Okay, okay.
I'll
Just
tell you
wanna
when you
check.
show up. It'll be appropriately dramatic.
I got a 5.
Right. Tar?
Nat 20 plus 2, 22.
Okay. His hair, it looks like spun silver. Her hair looks like spun gold. And even though Katz doesn't do the accent, they have a very similar accent.
Yeah, he's British sounding like her.
She is stiff as you hold her, Círdan. She also feels really skinny, like she hasn't been eating.
Malia, how are you doing? What are you doing here? Wait, what? Are you okay? Have you been eating anything?
I'm perfectly fine, and she looks over at Candy, looks over at Tar. There's like silent pleading in her eyes. These are my friends, and why were you allowed to leave? Did you run away?
Hi, friend.
Does Mom know where you are, Círdan? Does anyone know where you are?
And he like does the kind of mumble without without actually saying anything, just kind of trails off.
Oh,
So you have friends?
yes.
Who are they? Can you introduce me?
Of course. Taloa? This is my brother and the heir to our family's everything. Kadan.
Hello, Tarloa.
And
It's very nice to meet you.
this is Candy.
Well, actually, you can thank us because it seems like we just rescued him.
They did.
Rescued you from what?
Candy here. The I was investigating and asking questions about where Luna went. Perfectly above board. Everyone knows where I'm at. And they tried to jump me.
Hold on. Who? Wait.
I
Luna?
believe. Yeah. You remember Luna, right?
I mean, of course. But you were both only children when I left. But she's missing.
Yeah. She went missing a little while ago. And I am trying to find her on a perfectly legitimate, approved quest from mother and father.
So it's absolutely not approved or legitimate, and they will be sending royal guards after you.
Yeah, maybe.
Great. Perfect. What else could go wrong? Candy, thank you for saving.
You're very welcome. He did help us out from a pickle, to be honest with you too, so I think we can call it even.
Kerdan leans into Malia and was like, "Did you know your friend is royalty too? She's a princess."
Oh yes, I'm very well aware that she's a princess. And then she kind of gets this smile. She's the princess, not just a princess, the princess
The princess.
of the world, everywhere.
I am
He's just
growing
like-
2 inches taller right now.
He's very confused at that. But okay. So what are you doing here?
I was injured by a recent
I
accident.
have healing potions. Are you okay?
Yeah,
Are you
no,
okay?
I'm fine. I'm all right. Come sit by me over here. Have you eaten? Wait, hold on. Is that a man gagged and unconscious and tied up there in the doorway?
Oh yeah. He's gonna learn how to read, and he's gonna help us out with finding Luna.
He's going to learn how to read, and
Mhm.
he's dressed like an Iron Circle slave trader.
Can you get a message to his family to head to the Silver Moon Woods and get a message to mother and father to have them taken care of? Because
Kadan-
he doesn't like being a bad guy.
But he is. Just because he doesn't like it doesn't mean he doesn't do it. He's after Candy, who's princess of the world and sky.
But he's not after her. He's just getting a paycheck. Isn't that right? Scroll up to the notes. Benin.
Benin.
Isn't that right, Benin?
Well, he looks to be unconscious, and
yeah.
here's our
Yeah.
other friend, and this is when Bongu comes up the stairs, and there's like this guy's legs that you see first, Bongu, like dangling down the spiral staircase, and he's just laid out and tied up. Candy's near his shoulder, unless she's come into the room.
Oh yeah, I am there.
Hi everyone. Is this something? Is this person? Do I need to attend to them? They look unconscious and freshly out of battle, and good to see you all.
Oh wow, a turtle! Hi.
This
Oh
is
my goodness!
this is
You're
Bongu.
huge.
Yes, this is my massive sibling. Who
Bongo will bow and extend a hand out to shake Critten's hand.
He takes it and bows very formally. It's very nice to meet you.
And you as well.
I've never seen one of your kind before.
Oh, well, I hope I leave a good impression for you.
I would love to learn more about you.
Certainly.
But
Certainly.
yeah, this
Oh, no.
this guy is...
You're not staying. No. You have to go home.
Oh,
No, I don't.
You can't. You can't stay.
I need to find Luna.
Well, then I'll find her for you.
I am coming with you.
This journey is far too dangerous. Right? And she's like looking at Candy and Tar again for assistance, but quick pause. Tar, during all of this conversation, what have you been doing with the satchel?
Tar's given up on the satchel for now and taken everything out of the satchel besides the book and put everything in pockets and other satchels. Nobody knows what was going on with the satchel, so just casually leaving it there. Besides Malia, of course, and has actually been staring between Kurdan and Malia, trying to see the similarities and just not seeing it. Just not seeing it. But when Malia looks over, we are down a person. We've been fighting a lot, and a lot of dangerous enemies at that. We could use some help.
See, then it's settled. And he just smiles at
No.
Malia.
Not settled. No. Okay. All right. You can see that she's trying to think quick words. This is why I left home. I left home to not bring injury to a mostly stable and quiet community, and I found friends, and they're really important, and I tried to save them, and I've just been documenting things for the last century, and
Tara's gonna interrupt and just look over to Malia and grab her hand. Just gonna reassure her.
If I may interrupt, who are you searching for? You're throwing around a name, but I have no idea who that is.
Me. I am searching for a friend named Luna. She disappeared from our woods not long ago.
A friend? A friend or a friend?
Is there a difference between a friend and a friend?
I mean, one of those friends you like to just go drink with, and the other friend, you like to really go late night into a room and you play really loud games and you tell everyone else these are just your private games. Nobody else is allowed to come in. I learned there's a difference between those two.
We played games all the time, but never private
Malia
games.
looks at Tar. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
He's an excellent fighter. Has a lot in common with a box filled of kittens. And at that point, Felix comes in. And he's like, sorry, interrupting. I thought everyone might want something to eat and some drink. And he's got like
Felix,
all
are
sorts
you
of-
okay?
Oh, the broken nose is fine. I didn't need it to breathe in the water. It's all right. Thanks to this, under his breath, he says, delicious. Man, I was saved. He helped Candy and I. I can't remember now, probably because there was a large explosion. I hit my head. Exactly why we were going to the docks. But it is good to see Bangu. Is Yori back? I brought him a croissant.
Oh, not yet, but thank you. That was very thoughtful
Sure.
of you. I'm sure he'll be back soon.
I brought you croissant and lettuce because you are a turtle. Yes, here you are. And for our large new friend, the meat sandwich. It's very nice. Yes. Tar, here you
So
are.
thoughtful.
Yes, I am incredibly thoughtful. Yes. Candy, here you are. And some
Thank you.
strawberry milk.
My favorite.
So, what is planned, friend? And then he like hops up on Malia's bed and starts kicking his feet. We are waiting for Yori, and then we are shipping off, you know?
Maybe.
I'm sorry. I sense there is a bit of thick tension in the room. Did I walk into awkward situation?
No, not at all. We were
You
just
did.
telling Malia how we're all gonna be hanging out together.
This is my brother, who is the heir to my family, so incredibly important and should not be coming with us. But apparently his childhood girlfriend was kidnapped by the Iron Circle. Am I following so far?
Girlfriend? What? No, what? No.
Special
no.
friend.
What?
Childhood friend. Right, sorry, childhood friend. And Felix's face drops at the mention of a girlfriend. Like, oh. Sad. We have to vote, Kurdan, if you're coming with us, which means we have to wait for Yori. So we might as well have lunch together and do some catching up, but I don't want to put you in danger, even though you yourself are a formidable fighter.
I'm not gonna be in any danger, but
You are also a box
these
of
are
kittens.
your friends.
You are a box of kittens in a world filled with flesh-eating slugs.
Kittens can be ferocious.
You're okay with being compared to kittens? You have to be a cat. You have to be a panther, a cheetah. You have to be the most ferocious of them all if you want to come with us, the most valiant and famous of fighters in this entire continent. Are you ready for that?
I am.
Good.
But, Malia, these are your friends, so I think a vote is fair.
Excellent. Then we wait for Yori. And while we're waiting, I'm going to go have a bath. And a drink. Or several. And she leaves.
It's gonna silently follow.
Okay, so this is the part where we get to go around in a circle and you decide what you want to do. As Malia is stepping over the unconscious guy, she says, we should probably find a room to put him in so he doesn't escape. I'm assuming you're going to want to question him. Are you sure you kidnapped him because you want me to make sure that he's safe and then teach him how to read?
Yeah, we're gonna teach him how to read, but he said his family's in danger, so we need to give him a good place to call home. And we have plenty of space.
Your heart, it bleeds, but fine. Felix, do you mind? And he's like, not at all. Bangu, could you help me carry him to an empty room?
Of course. Let me my sandwich is half done. My croissant. So let me put this down and I'll help you right now.
All right. Just roll for me in athletics and I'll go around everybody your turn.
Oof. Athletics, oof, +2. We're gonna use an inspiration because we might all trip down the stairs and just die.
Can I help him
That's
instead of
better.
using
Dying?
inspiration?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Give
So
the
that
help
gives
back.
advantage.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I rolled again and I got a 11 plus 2, 13. Yeah. So, does that give us good movement?
Felix only rolled a 2. So you do start down the hallway, not the stairs, the hallway, and then Felix drops his head, and there's a loud crack as he probably has a concussion on the floor.
Oh,
I brought you along because you are also a healer, so I was assuming if I did drop him, you could
you know, I'm on the same page with you, Felix. I'll take care of that. No worries. Do we need to roll again to start again?
Yeah, I'll make you guys roll again. But if Kurdan's helping or Candy, you can have advantage.
Nah, I'm not.
And helping? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He sees the struggle.
All right. This time Bongo has 15 total.
Okay. This time, down the hallway, like 3 doors from you, there is like it's like just a sitting room or like a cigar smoking room that you throw him into, still tied up, and lock the door.
Ah, okay. I need to go fetch my croissant. I'll be right back.
All right, going around. Candy.
All right. I honestly, I don't want to just sit idly by. I am considering to actually to go to Bongo and ask him about where Yori is so I can just grab him myself.
Oh, hi, Candy. How are you?
Hi. Where's Yori?
So, Yori and I went to see old, he mentioned, comrades, potentially romantic comrades, I imagine, of his, shipping days. And he said that it was an important person to talk to that could get us a ship. So last I kind of left him, he has infiltrated their home, and yes, he should be making his way back soon. It's Yori.
Soon, with romantic comrades. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be playing games in their rooms all night, but sure. I
Oh.
guess I'm not gonna be grabbing him tonight. Ugh. It's not gonna let me in again.
Oof. Well, I'm sure there are plenty of other places to sleep. You know?
Yeah. I guess we can, slap good old Brennan silly, make him wake up and teach him how to read, I guess. I guess that's what I'll do.
We could do that. I can maybe try and mend him up so it's a easier time learning to read.
And I will slap him every time he does it wrong.
Should you slap him and I'll just heal him
Yeah, I
back and
think that's
forth?
a great
I can work on
idea.
my healing and we won't damage him too bad or anything, but he'll still be he'll be good. He'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure that's a good learning method. Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, who's gonna be next?
God, sorry. give me 1 second. I need
Yeah.
to quickly BRB and check on a puppy.
No worries. Who's next? Who wants to decide what we're doing next?
And we return, sweeping around the rest of the party members. We are going to settle on Tar. You are following Malia to the bath? Or just
Yes.
slipping out in general?
No, I wanted to follow Malia, so it's only known to her that I'm following, and make it super casual to everyone else.
Okay. She is actually headed to the back side of the Swaggering Magus, past the open-aired courtyard, to the bathing area. And it's separated into private or public.
I will gently catch her hand and just keep walking with her.
You're holding her hand?
Yes.
Oh my god, I need to make a saving throw. She's quiet, a little stiff, but there is this like overwhelming feeling of warmth like radiating from her little hand. And when she gets to the bath right before like you get your tokens and your key, talking to the attendant, she's surprisingly, for a woman who her whole job is words, she finds she's at a loss.
Just a private room for two.
Okay, it's just it's an exchange for showing the key where you're staying, and you get the tokens. You get to pick out your bath salt, your oils, your washes. Just a couple selections, and the two of you are headed to the bath, and Malia is still very quiet. You hold the door aloft for her, and there's benches on the side to set your items. And the bath itself is this warm pastel teal that's just swirling with bubbles. It's fragrant, moist, but it's not unpleasant. And she clears her throat. Tar?
Malia.
I don't want this to seem weird. I just...
Then let's not make it weird. And Tara's gonna start undoing belts and start taking things off.
Her eyes are as wide as saucers as she tracks every movement your hands make. There's conflict behind the gaze. And finally she turns away, disrobes, and then slips into the water quickly. But all of that golden hair is spread out and around all over the pool.
Tara's going to slowly and confidently follow behind.
All right. She doesn't attempt in any way to make this an adult need to fade to black scene. You think that she's
Nope.
too nervous? But it's not that your company isn't welcome. There is a deep vulnerability Tar can sense from her, and an emotional connection.
Tara's gonna kind of gather up some bubbles and then put it on their head, and then gather up some more bubbles, and then put it on Malia's head.
That just makes her smile.
Just have a nice bath.
That action alone helps Malia with some of her confidence, and she has you help wash her hair, and there is just lots of it everywhere.
Tar gets scrubbing.
All right, I gotta make a roll. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. All right. What's your passive perception?
Oh, very low. Let's see. 12.
Okay, that's all right. After the bath, is there anything in particular?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. And sliding over to Kurdan.
Ooh, I don't know if he really, because these are all like new people and surroundings, so he's just gonna kind of hang out and try and make small talk with, those that are not bathing, Bongu and Candy.
Okay. Meanwhile, is there anything in particular for Bongu or Candy before we move over to Yori?
Yes. So for me, while we were going to, grab our non-prisoner, I'm actually gonna take out my disguise kit because I know that we have to go out eventually, very soon, and just get my disguise ready. I want to be prepared because I know, as much as I like to just gloss over it, that outside it's extremely dangerous for me at the moment, so I don't want to be seen. So I don't know if we're gonna go tonight or tomorrow morning, but I just want my disguise to be ready so that I can just whip it out and put it on and surprise everyone with the grand reveal of who I'm going to be. And that's it.
I forgot. Need to talk to Binnen and try and get him to come along peacefully.
Gotcha. So, Candy, are you gonna fully disguise yourself? If so,
No,
You're just
I'm
gonna
not
have it?
sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna have it because I don't know if we're gonna sleep the night or if we're gonna go right away. I want to put it out already, have it planned, it's ready
Okay.
to go. Yeah.
okay. So back to Kurdan. You want to wake Benin up now and question him.
Not question him, but just let him know that, his family's going to be taken care of, and he has a position of employment with us.
Okay.
If he's going to be nice about it.
Okay. Are you all right if we summarize it with a one-roll test?
Let's do it.
Okay. Roll a persuasion.
Inspiration?
You can use it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep. That's better. Dirty 20. No. Plus 3, 22.
What'd you get? Sorry.
22.
22 is enough. He'll go with you. As long as you can guarantee that his family is safe, he'll be done. He'll tell you everything he knows about the Iron Circle, and he won't go back.
Great. Yeah, so the Iron Circle questioning and stuff like that will happen when everybody's all together, but...
Okay. Then meanwhile, Bongu, anything for you?
Bongo knows that he's gonna be probably gone for a little while. So he's going to write, actually take some time in his room to write a letter to Soman, Bongu's parental figure.
Okay.
And he wants to, either find a mail courier or some way to get it over to Soman as well. That's probably going to take a little while, but as long as he can do it before.
Roll me an investigation.
Thank you. Seven.
A 7?
7.
Bongu has no idea how to get this sent off. And when he wanders to the streets, he gets lost and ends up coming back to the swaggering magus disheartened.
Is Felix around that I can see?
Oh yeah, he's looking at the satchel that was left behind, and when you step into the room, he's and he puts Sienna's book back in the satchel and closes it. Bongu!
Bongu's gonna take note of that. But hello, Felix. I seem to be stuck. I want to send a letter to my family before we go on this journey, and I simply don't know who to give this to safely deliver it. And I was hoping with your expertise and knowledge of the city, you could help me find safe hands to put this in.
Oui. Probably Mr. Sidian will have a magical means to send it to your brother, your mother, your husband, wife, person, your other turtle.
My other turtle, yes.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you. Have you seen Círdan around, or do you think Círdan's in his study?
He is in the study. I did witness him, and he told me to shoo.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go see if he'll accept my company, or if I get told to shoo as well.
Well, you just ask him. You have ask him for a favor. He seems to enjoy the company of your party a lot, so I'm sure he'll do a letter sending for you. And if not, then I can perhaps take it and see if a courier or maybe a pigeon could fly it to you. For you, yes.
Thank you so much, Felix. Really appreciate it.
Of course.
So, Bongu is gonna start walking over to the study where Círdan is and give it a few knocks with his hand.
Okay, it opens alone.
Before stepping in, Bongu's gonna just call out, Círdan, may I come in? I have a favor to ask of you.
Just come in. And he's like deep in his books. But he looks up and he's got tortoiseshell glasses on his nose and says, "What can I do for you?"
I see you're deep in study, and I don't want to cause too much of a trouble, but
No trouble.
as
I'm
we're-
simply looking into more of the unspeakable lore. What's your favor, Bongu?
I am looking for a way to get this letter to my parent.
All I need you to do
Soman.
is give me a detailed description of what your parent looks like, and then I'll be able to send it.
Soman is...
No.
Oh,
You gotta roll this shit. Intelligence saving throw,
Oh.
Bongu.
oh boy. Oh boy. Intelligence saving throw?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. A nice +0 to that. Here we go. But that came in as an 18, so we'll roll with it.
Okay. He sends the letter off. With a flick of his wrist, it ignites into flames. Sent.
Bonga's gonna bow deeply. Thank you so much, Círdan. Is there anything I can do for you?
He simply shakes his head no.
Okay. Well, please let me know if I can be of any use to you at any point. Thank you for your hospitality. Bonga will make his exit.
Okay. All right, Yori. At this point, you have returned to the Swaggering Magus. And just pushing things along, all of you are gathered in the same room where Malia was resting, sort of as a HQ.
Okay. Do I come across or see Círdan at all?
He is in his study. Still studying. It's just the party, Malia, and this new person you've never seen.
Okay. I'm going to first walk in and. Well, hello everybody. How's everyone doing today?
Yari, you're back, finally!
He's only gone about 45 minutes to an hour.
Finally! It felt like forever!
So many millions of years!
Yes, I know, Candy. I know. I've had to catch up with some old acquaintances.
Did you get a ship?
Potentially, they are looking for a ship for us. They did say they will meet us here, and I am going to do a small quest for them. Of course, we need gold, so we have to be ready for that. But we're all going to agree with the ship. I wanted to make sure we're all a part of it. But aside from that, I have a symbol I need to see Kurdan about on top of that. And, well, I mean... and then Yori's like, loses his train of thought. There's one more person in here that I've never seen before. He's
Hi.
hello, I'm Yori. What are you?
I am Daniel Perrin Silvermoon. Very nice to meet you.
Ah, Daniel. Okay, and kind of holds his hand out, and I give like the strongest handshake I can give because he's got some big hands. So I'm just like, yeah.
Only roll strength, totally. Opposing strength right now.
I'll do it. All right.
Okay, yeah.
Oh God.
What is it?
I got
is
a
that
10.
a saving throw, or is that a
Athletics.
Speed.
athletics?
You need both
Oh,
roll
athletics?
opposing athletics to be super strong.
Okay, so 13 for me then.
23? 22.
Oh, that's quite a handshake you got there, but and I fold my hair back. I'm like, I am the sexiest one here, though. Just keep that in mind. But it is nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you. And he's like unfazed by the handshake. He just smiling and polite and everything. How did you get to be the sexiest one here?
Oh, just comes naturally, my friend.
Malia at this point is going to cut in and be like, Yori, they're going to meet us here, but we have to do a quest for them for the ship. And Kurdan is also my brother, so please keep any sexy comments to yourself. He is literally a box of kitten personified with massive muscles. So.
Oh, of course. I was not intimidated by his looks at all. God damn, he's a gorgeous hunk of meat, though, man.
Felix just
But yes,
nods in agreement. So what is this?
Why does everyone whisper under their breath around me?
It's probably just because you're so tall, you can't quite hear the whispery words. What's the quest?
Yes, Malia. It's quite easy. I need to see Sedan about this symbol right here. Maybe you might know, being somewhat of a historian.
Yep, hand it over. Let me look.
And Yori hands it over.
Okay. As she is looking, she looks up at all of you. Where did you get this?
Being as you've known me for a while, you remember Tia and Tala, by chance?
The twins. Yes.
Yes. Well, made up with Tia, and both of them are going to meet us here. They're finding the ship for me, if you know what I mean. And they were pretty serious about this symbol and wanted to know, so I offered some help in exchange.
How did they come across this?
They told me they found it on a shore in a lifeboat, essentially, a torn tiny boat with a bunch of items, some spell scrolls. They've sold most of it, but this symbol they have been trying to figure out, so they did not get rid of it. There was no life around as well, is what they told me. So no bodies, nothing.
Okay. She glances around at each of you and then makes this noise at the back of her throat. This is an unspeakable symbol. The lover. Or the queen of poisons. Sorry, I brutalized that. The empress of poisons. And then she holds it out to Tar.
Did Yori see the same symbol on the chest?
Yep, and the pack.
Malia, this symbol, now that you say it, my mind escaped me during the time. It was a very aggressive situation, but I saw it on a pack and a chest that does not seem to be open, and it's sitting in their living room. Is this something we should hopefully deal with them when they get here? Just to make sure it doesn't kill them?
It's up to all of you. I think we should acquire it and keep it quiet. Keep it as hush-hush as possible.
Does Tar recognize it when Malia holds it up to them?
Roll history.
Okay.
And then she looks at Candy. And then she looks over at Bongu. And then just in general around at everyone. We are interested in helping the unspeakables, or only a couple? I'm not really sure. I think it's all about just saving Sienna. Now.
Well, personally, the unspeakables are very powerful, and this is a lover. I am a lover. We could potentially learn some things from them, following their path. That could help Sienna, so I am okay with this.
As am I. I think we should go ahead and try to help them before anything else. Could lead us to answers for Sienna.
I'm personally a little bit sick of all these unspeakables, but yeah, I guess we'll help them if it helps Sienna.
Right, so only if it helps Sienna will we do anything with this. But that's my opinion, at least. Should we take the pack and the chest, or should we leave them? I mean, I don't want to bite off more than we can chew. My primary goals is to keep Candy safe, to help my brother with the Iron Circle, and to see that Sienna is rescued. Which I know Círdan is working on.
Personally, I brought this quest here to figure out what it is. If it is something that we know the unspeakables somewhat from our experience, deem very dangerous, I'm sure we can convince Tia and Tala to hand us over the chest and pack and keep it on our treasury. For if we come across this unspeakable, maybe there's something in there that will make them happy to see us.
Fair enough. So Tar, what you know after examining this, the Empress of Poisons is a seductress who the evil cults to her run along the lines of human trafficking. But it's not exactly the slave trade, though a lot of slavers do worship her. She's particularly fond of draughts of any kind, drinks, poisons, eye drops, things to twist the senses and ensnare the mind. At this point in the conversation, Círdan does knock on the door and then lets himself in and says, I have found something that I believe can help Sienna's condition. But it will not be easy.
I'm all ears.
He pulls open the large tome that he has and he turns it around. He flips the page to this great depiction. A massive, shadowy beast that is not quite lion, neither is it dragon, but some amalgamation of both.
Not to be that person. But does Tar recognize it?
You might roll history.
Okay. I'll just do it on the side. Sorry, continue.
Nope, you're good. And then just let me know what you get.
15.
Whoops. Okay. You recognize it because of its barbed tail. It is the same kind of hook as a scorpion. To your people, it's got a really big name. Let me grab it. Boop. Okay, to your people, it is... How do I describe this properly? A monstrosity. Not quite a dragon, but definitely placed in the same category as dragons. It looks just as large. Chimera-esque as well, but without any goat identifiers. Really, for you and I, it's like a furred and scaled dragon. Caranthir, the Black Cloud. Círdan says, I need humor. from this, and he points at the scorpion barb, poisonous gland. And I think it's possible to return her from her statue state. And if this doesn't work, well, I have a few other ideas, but this is the first. And I'm hoping the magic will remain intact and the door closed, but she will return slowly to all of her facilities, while still being a door. But it will require you to potentially fight this creature.
We really gotta make a plan then, because that was terrifying and so strong.
My recommendation is to get your ship and to see the Sapphire Princess, whatever shard is left of her, see it purified. Perhaps I'll have broken down even more. Precisely what we need.
Maybe if we rescue the princess, she can help us defeat the other one.
He shrugs. It's not a bad idea. But what I want to avoid is all-out war with Harna. He takes a deep breath, though all of you should know. Harna is working with the Iron Circle.
Of course she is. She loves poison and poisoned people.
Are poisonous individuals themselves to be partnering with. So, makes a partnership there.
Sienna's village has hired them to find her. And they have tenfolded their efforts. A captain who has an impressive fleet of at least 3 ships, one of which is the Pennyboard, has also been taken into the fold. Sienna's village will stop at nothing to have her returned. I plan to make it so that never happens. And then he looks over at Kurdan. And Kurdan, you feel this like sharp pain in the front of your head. And he says, "Ah, I see." And he looks at Malia. Siblings. Fun, aren't they?
Yeah, Malia's the best.
Malia just kind of like is like, shh, shh. Yeah, and then Cerdin closes his book and he asks what you're holding, Tar. What that leather patch is.
Oh. Toss it right over to him.
He catches
It's
it.
a symbol of the Empress of Poisons, it seems.
Ah, yes, the harlot herself. Where did you find this?
Looks around and it's at Yuri.
So we found it, and I tell him the whole story, so I
Okay.
don't have to repeat it.
Good job. You're learning. He says, excellent. I want you to collect it for me before you leave. Ah, and before I go, 2 Loxodons are downstairs looking for you, saying they found you a ship and a captain. Whatever that means. But good luck.
Thank you. And Yori kind of looks at her and goes, I've got 2 ladies downstairs I need to catch up with. It's our ship. Would you like to all come?
Ooh, ship time.
Absolutely.
And Yori runs downstairs.
Okay. as you head downstairs, Yori, I need you to roll a perception. Does anybody go with Yori?
Yes.
Okay, if you're going with Yori, roll
be good.
perceptions.
I got a 19.
Tar goes if Malia goes.
22.
If the whole group's going, Malia will absolutely go.
24 for Bongo.
I got a 7.
Oh, it's okay. Candy, you're short. You don't see it. Okay. At the bar. Having a drink. Everyone but Candy. Wait, what did Kurdan get? I'm sorry, I forgot. Tell me again.
22.
22. Okay. Israfel. He makes eyes with you, Kurdan. And the unspoken rule: no weapons, no fighting, nothing. It's not allowed on this side of town and trademark. The protection extends to both of you. And Candy, who's walking just behind you, Kurdan, doesn't see him. But he lifts his clay glass and he winks. And we're gonna end there for tonight.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to put my disguise on.
Yeah.
I mean, he would know anyways.
Dang.
I love how you got it all out. You get everything out, and then you just like, oops.
Oh, sorry.
Oh shit. Happy.
Whew. Wow.